Today's podcast is sponsored by Farmhouse Teas. Welcome to the Ample Flame Podcast, Episode 9, Food and Being Realistic.
It's not the title I was going to say, but that
you
works.
got something better?
No.
Oh, fine then.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Don't be a fussy eater.
Don't be a fussy eater.
There you go.
We have very much been fussy eaters ourselves, so I think we can talk about this subject.
Yeah, we can. All right, well, before we jump in, I'm Meg. This is my husband, Ben. We are, recovering fussy eaters?
I would say we are still fussy eaters.
Yeah.
We've just kind of toned it down a little more user-friendly, I guess.
I guess we're like positive picky eaters. Does that work? No?
Being realistic fussy eaters or positive picky eaters.
Yeah.
I like that. Like,
okay, see, we're just trying to lighten it up.
Nice positive spin.
Make it sound good.
All right. What do we want to get into first? Should we just overview what we're talking about?
Sure, yeah, we can do that.
What is fussy eating?
Yeah, so fussy eating is, I guess, like being a picky eater, but in the sense of like, this isn't picky like, I don't like tomatoes. This is like, I am not going to eat dinner with you because I have possibly obnoxious standards about what I eat.
Continue.
Does that sum it up okay?
Go a little bit deeper. Let's be more specific to like our situation. Why?
Yes.
Why? Because we didn't used to be this way. We used to eat McDonald's and
totally.
Jack in the Box
Taco
and
Bell.
Taco Bell. I mean, we ate all the trash.
Yes.
And we bought all the trash at the grocery store. What changed? What happened?
I mean, it's a combination of things. Budget kind of goes into it a lot.
Big time.
And I mean, because it's not cheap to eat the expensive trash, but a lot of just personal health journey and learning what's in the food, what the food does to you, what the food does to our children. That was a big thing for me is like what I was feeding our children and how it was affecting them in that moment and then how it was going to affect them in the future. That was a big thing. And then like how we felt when we were eating the trash. I mean, like there's jokes about Taco Bell and like bathroom breaks afterwards. And those jokes are there for a reason, you know? And so it's like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, why am I making myself
sick?
Like literally sick. Yep. When your brain finally makes the connection of, oh, every time I eat this food, I am in the bathroom.
Yeah. Miserable.
And it's not good.
Yeah. I guess getting a little more specific. Basically, we've talked in other episodes of, our health journey, our food journey, your food and health journey. And, we've alluded to it. I think, what was our last episode? We talked about all of this stuff.
Yeah, we did one on food and healthy eating and like kind of how we got to where we are now.
Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of a subject, this whole episode. I don't know. I feel like we need to like hone in a little bit.
Dive a little deeper.
So we basically did a whole 180. We started, you discovered the Weston A. Price Foundation and really just like
took off.
Throughout all the lard, throughout all the Crisco and, whatever else, all the vegetable oil and stuff like that. And I will preface this. We got to the point where we were very militant about what we were eating.
Yes.
It only organic, only, as clean as we could get.
Right.
But then we'd kind of backslide and we'd go get fast food.
Yeah.
And it was just roller coaster of why are we spending the money on the good food and then going over here and getting this and blah, blah, blah.
Because I'm exhausted and I don't want to cook.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. All the excuses you tell yourself. And then you have regret because you ate the trash.
It's kind of like, what is that? Like ping pong diet?
Yeah.
I think it's ping pong.
Ping pong?
Yeah.
Is that an actual diet?
Yeah, I think. Well, like it's not a purposeful diet, but it's like the term for like when you're bouncing back and forth between
eat the garbage, eat
binge,
the good stuff.
And then, you go on a diet and you eat, you eat the garbage and it's like, I think the term is ping pong diet,
That would make sense. Yeah. That was basically what we did.
Yeah.
And so we're buying super healthy vegetables at the farmer's market and then on the way home getting...
Little Caesars.
Yeah. Exactly. So as we continued down this rabbit hole, you start learning about stuff. It's like, okay, why are we doing this? And you start researching and man, research kind of screws stuff up.
It does.
And so the more you research and the more you learn, there's these chemicals that they use that are generally regarded as safe, that are in everything.
That nobody actually did any research on.
It's just, it's grass. That's the acronym. Yeah. It's grass. These are generally regarded as safe. Stick them in the food.
Right.
And all of a sudden, now you've got these cancers popping up. You've got various ailments. You've got I think it's my generation. 1 in 3 people will have type 2 diabetes by the time they're 40.
Yeah.
And no wonder why. You have all of this stuff crammed into all of this food. The best way I heard it put was the stuff that's available for the general population to consume is closer to an animal feed rather than a food.
That's gross.
And so if you start thinking about, the outside of the supermarket is food, and the inside aisles, that's
processed feed. Yeah.
So that's the best way I heard it put. Okay. I feel like I'm leading us astray of
already.
The topic.
It's early in the night.
We're tired, yo.
Yeah.
Like we've been getting our hustle on. Me and the boys are building a house, and as you said, you're trying to keep the baby alive.
Yes. And she's made it difficult the last couple days.
I figured out how to climb.
Everything.
She's climbing everything, and it's a stressful stage when your toddler gets to that stage.
Yeah, she was actually in the windowsill today, and I was like...
Standing in the windowsill.
No, but just like climbing, like half on, half off, just like staring at me like, haha, mama, look at me. I'm in the windowsill.
So you stop what you're doing.
I do, yeah.
Get up and go grab the baby.
You don't belong there. You need to get down. Yeah. So I'm getting a lot of exercise these days.
That's probably why you're exhausted.
Probably, yeah.
And then, the baby doesn't sleep very well at night.
She's like teething. She's getting like molars. So she's just fussy all the time.
So Meg's tired from lack of sleep. And
you're tired from building a house. Yeah, it's been crazy.
So we basically went down the rabbit hole and we started learning all of this stuff that's in the food and the cleaners and all of it.
Right.
And so what happens, the more you research this and the more you find out, oh, no, this is actually true. I thought this was just some quack on Instagram.
Right.
No, this is actually true. Here's the documents. Here's the white papers, as they're called. This is what's actually in everything. And so as you learn that, it's kind of hard to not be Chicken Little.
Right.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
I think what was easy for our like ping pong was like, oh yeah, it's not great for you. Like it's junk food. It's this idea of like, well, we should eat better, and this is junk food. But there wasn't any like solid, oh, this is legit poison, or this is like things that are in here are like actual chemicals.
Carcinogenic.
Yeah, carcinogenic. It was just like, oh, eat better versus eat junk food. And so I think that was why the ping ponging happened and why it was easy for us to just kind of like go to the farmer's market, get our vegetables for the week. But then, it was hip. I mean, it's good. Like the vegetables were good. We were happy with those and we ate them.
We ate really, really good when we were doing that.
We just hit Little Caesars on the way home, So, because it was like, oh, it's okay. And then it was like, oh, the Little Caesars is not actually food.
Yes.
Like there's no actual food value in this.
Well, I think the last time I ever ate that, I was keenly aware that pizza stayed in my stomach for about 3 days.
Yes.
Like just this, like it was in my guts and would not move. And it was like, that's funny. When we make pizza from home, I don't feel like this.
Right.
Like when you start thinking of, going and sticking a finger down your throat because you're so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, I didn't eat food.
Right.
What the heck did I eat?
Because it's not digesting.
It's not digesting, so what on earth?
Yeah. So that's kind of like a little backstory. For
For
us. Like, and then on the flip side, we've gone way extreme. I would say like the peak of our fussy eating.
So I would liken the peak of fussy eating where we eventually got to. It's a religion.
Yeah.
That's where I'd put it.
It's a disorder for sure that's been named because we found it not too long ago. It's called orthorexia. Yeah.
So it is the belief that, only your food is worthy of eating.
Right.
And everybody else's food is trash.
Yes.
So on the surface, that sounds kind of harsh, but I think I can explain a little bit. When we moved out here, we were already on the track of, this person says, or this farmer says that this is clean.
Mm-hmm.
I have to trust them because I have no other choice. There's no other option. So the only way we can truly control what's in it is we have to be the one watching what goes in it.
Right.
You can kind of see where this goes.
Yes.
Like this,
it's a very slippery
slope. And so with that, I would say it was towards the end of being on the road. So we're talking 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It got to where we cut out the junk food.
Yeah, we did.
And we really were eating clean. We would do our, Whole30 and feel pretty stinking good.
Yeah.
Because you really do cut out any inflammatory food whatsoever, all the sugar, all the grains, everything that can possibly cause inflammation, you cut it out. And you eat a lot of food, a lot of very clean food, a lot of meat and vegetables. And I mean, it's kind of a caveman diet.
Mm-hmm.
But
kind of, yeah.
When you're sourcing very clean ingredients in your food, you kind of go crazy after a while. Like you can. And we did.
Yes.
So the more you're striving to find that perfect clean food, as clean as the driving snow, to feed you and your kids and your family, it can become an obsession. Mm-hmm. And it absolutely did for us.
Yes, it did.
To the point where I'll say it like this: it becomes a holier than thou attitude with your food. Mm-hmm. It actually does get to the point where you won't eat other people's food because you don't trust that it's clean.
Right.
Or, they picked it up at Walmart and, whatever. It's going to be
not good enough.
It's not good enough. We kind of got to a spot where we just woke up one day and it was like, this seems a little obsessive.
Like, we have become a J.P. Sears parody. If anybody's familiar with J.P. Sears, he just like skits making fun of.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
The skit that it's pretty brutal, but it's if meat eaters acted like vegans.
Yeah.
And he's just obnoxiously walking around holding a steak, acting all holier than thou.
Right.
And we really did realize, oh no, that's us.
Yeah.
That's us. Like we're eating clean food.
We're pretty snobby about it.
We're pretty snobby about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, being militant about what goes in your body is not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
But the bad thing is when it harms relationships.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you won't go to someone's house because they don't eat the way you eat.
Right. When the element of fear comes into it, or obnoxious pride.
Arrogance.
Yes, that's the word. Thank you. Arrogance comes into it. It's like, okay, we see this in ourselves, and this is not pretty.
This is not pretty.
So we need to check this.
It was kind of interesting when we finally woke up one day and it was like, hey, are we being kind of arrogant about our diet?
Yeah.
I don't feel this is right. And kind of the same thing is, we're Christians, and I feel like we're putting our diet and our food on an altar.
Totally.
Like we are elevating this above our faith.
Right.
With how do you see us taking time out of the day to pray and read our Bible as much as we pay attention to our diet? Uh-oh.
Yeah, right.
That's when it was like, okay.
Yeah.
We gotta readdress this.
Right.
This is a problem. Getting hung up on clean eating.
Yeah.
That's the next thing on my list. I think I've kind of
covered
that a little bit.
Yeah.
We really did get so hung up that it was to the point where we're not going to go eat at someone's place.
Well, and we weren't even the farms that we had found that at the time we were like, yeah, this is cool. We were like, oh, not even good enough. Like it has to be our own meat that we raised, I was like, wait, this was cool for us last year, and they do have good practices.
Yep.
When it got to this point where we were like, well, are we absolutely 100% positive that they are growing it absolutely the way they say they are, and all of their ingredients in all of their feed is 100% clean? It's like, okay, slow down.
Yep.
This is obnoxious.
So I guess the realization for us was, for one, let's not go overboard.
Right.
This is a little bit much. So we kind of backed off a little bit.
Yeah.
And well, go ahead.
But we didn't go all the way back.
Yeah,
we didn't say, oh, forget it.
Guess we're having Little Caesars for dinner.
Yeah, right.
We're not trying to pick on Little Caesars. We did really like Little Caesars when we were eating it.
It was our jam.
It was cheap.
Yeah.
I think that's why we liked it.
I can feed everybody.
What was it? $5?
$5. Yeah, you could get like a large for
large
$5.
one topping for $5.
Yeah.
That was probably like 15 years ago.
Actually, where we were, it was like $6.99. But
that's true. But the ad said it was $5.
Like I could go get dinner for everybody. It was like pizzas and breadsticks for like
$20.
$20.
Yeah.
To feed all.
That's why we liked it.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares if we're dying?
I mean,
this is great.
Yeah, we didn't feel like we were dying at the time.
Well, we also had 20-year-old metabolisms when we were eating that stuff all the time.
Different.
Like, you start getting in, up around 40, and it's like, oh, I better not eat this.
Even 30, my gut was like, you got to stop, girl.
See, you went through it before I did. It's really been in my upper 30s that I've been very aware of what stuff does to my body. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh, yeah, we're not eating this anymore. Yeah. I can't eat this anymore. Like, I've cut out everything. I've cut out so much stuff. I remember when I quit drinking sodas. Mm-hmm. I quit drinking sodas in like 22, and that was harder to give up than alcohol.
Right.
And that kind of worried me. It was like, what on earth is in this stuff to where it's more of a crack fiend addiction than alcohol was? Like, that's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay away from that stuff.
Right.
I dare you. I dare any of you. Quit drinking sodas.
Oh, I know. All of it.
All of it.
Don't just switch to diet like that.
Yeah,
you gotta
that's
quit.
even worse.
Your Red Bulls and your energy drink, like all of it.
See, like I worked nights a long time, and so the energy drinks were always there for me.
Yeah, right.
And so I drank a lot of Rock Stars and Red Bulls and you name it, any energy drink. And that's how I stayed awake at night. But when it gets into the wee hours, coffee always helped.
Right.
The energy drinks, all they did is make me feel jittery and itchy.
Yeah.
And just not good.
Right.
So much sugar. I can't even think about how much of that crap I ingested.
Yeah. So anyways, let's bring it back around. We didn't go backward completely, but we did tone it down because we were like, we can't get hung up on this. We can't stay here at this like arrogant, elevated space.
Yep.
To where we don't trust nobody, man. I mean, like realistically, we cannot grow it all.
Yeah,
we just can't.
That was something when we finally got to the point where it was like, okay, like we landed here and we immediately got meat birds. Mm-hmm. Bam! 8 weeks later, we got clean chicken that we raised. We fed them organic feed. This is before we kind of, realized, hey, let's not be arrogant about our diet. You start questioning your organic feed.
Yes.
This is certified organic feed that you're feeding your chickens, and then you eat the chickens and you think, but is it organic feed?
Right.
Is there any way to verify that?
Yeah. What about all the supplements that are in it?
What about all the supplements?
Where
what about like how do we know? Like maybe the farmer slipped in some antibiotics somewhere.
Oh no. Yeah, right.
That kind of stuff. And having those doubts, they start creeping in. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm going crazy here because I'm not stopping to enjoy the fact that we just put this hard work in. We harvested our own meat. Like, this is cool.
It is.
Like, the whole reason we moved out here to do this is right on our plate, and we're not enjoying it because we're worried about the details.
Yeah, right.
That's we're letting our obsession and our arrogance take from our joy in the moment.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's a good word. Amen, brother. That was so true. And it was. And we have a lot of moments like that. Mm-hmm. And I would say sometimes we still do.
Yeah, absolutely.
To where we have to go, hey now, that's taking the joy out of this moment because, we've still got an arrogance or a pride or a fear or whatever. And so we do still have to check ourselves sometimes. Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's a good word. Yeah. Now, we do still raise all of our own meat because
we try to.
Yeah.
We had to buy a cow from friends.
Yes.
Because we didn't get on the ball and buy a cow.
Yeah, buy a cow. Yeah.
Raise it here.
Yeah.
So,
but we bought. I mean, I trust the way they raise it.
Yep. We've been to their farm.
And
they are also down the rabbit hole.
Right.
They are aware. And so that cow lived on grass its entire life.
Yeah.
Never had anything jabbed in it.
Right.
And then we bought it.
Yeah,
and
we were super happy to buy it.
And it's great beef.
It is great beef. And we're another part of the reason that we're growing our beef is not just because we're like control freaks, but also like it's a heck of a lot cheaper to provide clean meat for our family by growing it ourselves.
Yes.
Even though we're like drowning in animal feed bills, but you know, like
well, like a cow, any grass grazed animal,
right, super easy,
is like a no brainer, especially if you're going to process yourself, because the grass grows in the summertime. You don't have to mow; you just park the animals on it, and they mow it for you. And then at the end of the year, boom, beef in the freezer.
Right,
like
right. I mean, you might have to buy some hay.
You might have to buy some hay,
depending on where you're at in the season. But yeah,
hay's a heck of a lot cheaper than grain.
Yeah. That's been a big thing, is like, it's just helping our budget by like growing it ourselves. And we enjoy animal husbandry and what we're doing.
Let me touch on that real quick. So also rabbit holes, learning what the food system does to animals.
Yes.
That was very eye-opening to me. That was actually before I even started eating good. It was like, I don't want to eat this meat that lived a horrible life, this poor animal that lived a horrible life with a horrible end. I really did adopt one bad day.
Yes. Even when we were like still in suburbia, we really started seeking out food or meat from local farmers.
Yes.
That we could like go to their farm.
Yes.
Or like we had long-standing family relationships with them that we knew that those animals
lived a good life.
Yeah, we're being treated well.
Yeah. The feedlot model is horrible.
It's detestable.
Like, it's detestable. Yeah. And the way those animals live, I think what's weird too is once you've been off the commercial meat and you've been eating clean meat and you go back to commercial, like you go to someone's house and they feed you Smithfield pork ribs.
Yeah. Or you know, somebody takes you out to dinner and you have, you know, whatever Cisco truck meat.
The last time I ate a steak at a restaurant, it showed up at my plate. And I was excited because it was, I mean, who doesn't like a good steak?
Right.
And I cut into it, and the first bite, it tasted like manure, cow manure.
Yeah.
Like, not like it had manure on it, but like the cow was raised in manure and it tainted the meat. That's exactly what it tasted like. I had 2 bites. I'm done.
Yeah.
I brought it home because it was like, maybe it's just, I'm here in the restaurant, maybe, you know, whatever. That next day, I warmed that sucker up for lunch, and as it's warming up, I could smell that smell. Like, it was, I ate probably half of it, and I just threw the rest out.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, eating that stuff after you've been eating clean, it will tear you up.
Yeah.
Like, it hurt my stomach. I felt like I had that thing in there for 3 days.
Right.
So, you know, it's kind of weird. I guess, you know, it still did the same thing. But everything did that to me when we were eating like that all the time.
Yes.
You just don't notice that you feel crappy. And then when you start feeling good because you're eating good and you go back, it's like, whoa.
I felt like this all the time.
I felt like this all the time.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. So that's another reason for us of why we do eat the way we do and why we are still somewhat militant, I guess, because that's your phrase, is because of how we feel and how our kids feel. Like, they are able to vocalize, oh, I ate this thing and now I feel like junk. I am a big tea drinker, and I've been buying from Farmhouse Teas for years now, and for good reason. Cian and her family handcraft the most amazing loose leaf teas that are as beautiful as they are delicious. Whether you're winding down after chores or just want something special in your cup, there's a blend for every season. Head over to farmhouseteas.com and use the code HOLLER10 for 10% off. If tea is not your thing, no worries. They also have organic bulk herbs, elderberry syrup mixes, medicinal plant seeds, and more. That's what makes it worth it to us now. Not so much in like a religious sense of like we're putting this up on a pedestal, but just like we have to take care of our bodies.
Yep. And our boys, our family's bodies.
Right. Exactly.
We're responsible for them, and that goes for their health too.
Right. Right. So that's kind of, I think, where we got to in that regard of why we didn't just revert and go back to eating all the feed in the middle of the store and just buying junk food and fast food all the time. But it was like, okay, we can get to this level where we're still going to eat clean because it's important, but we don't have to make it an idol.
Yep. So one of the things that, you know, the subject came up, it was like, well, what do we do if we go to someone's house and they just feed us boxed stuff and whatever? And the best way I heard it put was on a podcast I was listening to, Brian Selvey, and he said, you go there, you say thank you for the food that they provide for you, you say grace over it, you say a blessing on that meal, and you eat that boxed mac and cheese.
That's right.
And I heard that and it was like, oh my gosh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say a blessing on that meal and you eat it and you say thank you.
Right.
Because what if that's all they can feed you? What if that's all they can afford?
Right. And
who are you to have this arrogance of, I'm not going to eat your food? I don't want to be that.
No, absolutely not. I mean, this is people's hospitality. This is people's, like you said, what they've spent. Like, this is people's love language of like, hey, I'm making this for you. And to have the attitude of like, oh, well, no thanks.
Your food's not good enough.
Like, wow. Way to put your idol in front of a relationship with somebody. And that speaks so much more.
It does.
Yeah. And that was something that we really came to ourselves, before you heard that bit on the podcast, but we were just kind of like, I don't know. Like, it is not right to walk into somebody's house and they are offering you whatever they have. And, their food that they eat is okay for them. And then to have an attitude of like, oh, I don't know, like that's wrong. Thankfully, like, I am thankful that we never actually did that to anybody. But there were times where we thought about it. I mean, we would, we'd be driving home and be like, yeah, I really didn't really want to eat that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? Our relationship with this person has to be way more important than the food that we are putting in our mouth. The point is the fellowship and the breaking of the bread. And you can't be grumpy if your bread has glyphosate in it, okay? Like, just...
My next note is the poison in food is everywhere. Choose your battles.
Oh, yes.
So basically where we got is, it's like I was talking about, well, is our organic label even organic? There's 6,000 chemicals they can put in organic food.
Yes.
And there's some pretty bad chemicals. And they're approved by our government.
Right.
Basically, organic has become a trademark, copyrighted title. You jump through the hoops, pay some money, and you get your little stamp. And you're now certified organic. And learning that, it was like, oh, it's just a brand now.
It is, yeah.
Oh, I've got organic branded tater chips that are fried in canola oil.
Right.
Like, what the heck?
But it's organic canola oil.
But it's organic canola oil. Yeah, it's still a seed oil.
Right.
Still going to give you a heart attack. Yeah, there's so much. I feel like we need to educate people further, but we just can't.
No, and a lot of it has to be personal education because you don't absorb it until it's something that you are interested in seeking out for yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can lead a horse to water,
right?
But you can't make him drink.
Yeah.
And so it's really one of those things. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you got to start doing research. Start with the Weston A. Price Foundation. They have a lot of information on their website.
Yeah, they do.
Good night.
Also, Food Babe.
Yep.
Food Babe is a great
Food Babe
research.
is what got my attention.
Yeah, that was
you were down the Weston A. Price rabbit hole, and it was like too much for me. It was like
because they have a lot of like scientific.
They have a lot
papers.
of studies, a lot of scientific papers. It's very academic. Food Babe on Instagram. Here's your Cheetos.
Right.
Here's what's in them. Here's what these chemicals do. Right. And it was just like easily digestible. I'm at work. I'm, working on a part where the machine's just running for hours and I'm just twiddling my thumbs waiting for the part to finish. And I'm on Instagram. And then, I started finding that stuff and it was like, oh my gosh. And I'd come home and be like, did you know that Cheetos are poisonous?
I'd be like, yeah, that's why I don't buy them for you, duh.
And so that was kind of where it started. That was decade and some change ago.
Yeah, and it is a long journey.
It is a long journey. The research takes a long time.
Yeah.
Back to the choose your battles. So choosing your battles, we really did get to the point where it was like, okay, I know there's chemicals probably used in this organic feed. I have struggled dearly here on this property to grow any kind of squash.
Yes.
Because the squash beetles are oppressive. Yes. I have never seen, it's like a plague every year of squash beetles.
A squash bug apocalypse.
It's a squash bug apocalypse. And you take your seedlings, you bring them out of the house, you go stick them in the garden, and you come out an hour later and there's 20 squash bugs that they weren't anywhere near that.
Right.
It's like they're flying around at all times looking and they're like, hey, look, there's a squash. And they suck all of its juices out and it's dead. What do you do? So, usually I'm out there when the plants are small and I'm smashing any squash bug I find. And if I find squash bug eggs on my leaves, I'm smashing all the eggs or getting tape and sticking them off and throwing them in the fire. I've tried pyrethrum. That's an organic pesticide made out of crushed chrysanthemums. It is a broad spectrum poison.
Right.
It kills everything. What's it doing to you?
Yeah.
And so every time I've used that, yes, it's an organic listed pesticide. You know, it's natural. Yeah. I believe crude oil is natural. You want to go drink crude oil?
Arsenic's natural. Cyanide's
cyanide.
natural.
Yeah, all these are natural.
Right.
But it doesn't work on squash bugs.
Nothing works on
Nothing works on them. I've tried every single DIY,
natural
neem oil, all of this stuff. All it does is mess up your plants. Well, I will say, putting diatomaceous earth on everything, it really does annoy the squash bugs.
Right. So they move to the other squash. And then when they're done with your squash, I've noticed they'll move in and harass the tomatoes. Yeah, they're really not just squash bugs.
Yeah, that's just what they're called.
That's their favorite.
They'll just destroy your garden. Anyways, I just ranted on squash bugs for 5 minutes.
I know, it's your arch nemesis.
I hate squash bugs. When we were actually building this little podcast area and I pulled stuff away from the wall, there was squash bugs hiding behind the workbench and the wall.
I'm surprised you didn't burn the barn down for that.
Oh, I got a blowtorch and I torched all the squash bugs. They didn't make it out alive.
Go, that's good.
And I didn't burn the barn down, so
there you go.
We're doing good.
Okay, less squash bugs.
Choosing your battles.
Yeah.
So I know that there are some very, very bad chemicals, natural or not, that are okay for your organic use. Choose your battles. Are you gonna swear off buying anything because it might have one of these chemicals on it?
Yeah, I think one of the battles for me is I'm willing for us to raise our meat because I feel like there's more potential for antibiotics and hormones and things like that in meat that we could buy. So it's okay, let's focus on meat, but I'm cool with buying even conventional produce for the most part. Just because I feel like we're getting more health bang for our buck out of our meat.
Say it the way you explained it to the kids. We were talking about it. It's conventional vegetables are sprayed with poison.
Yeah.
But isn't that poisoning us?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that even a conventional grown tomato or whatever vegetable is still better than a box processed.
Yes.
Yes. Because a vegetable still has all of its vitamins and minerals and all of these things still in it. And it's got fiber and, water and all these things. And it comes in a complete package to where your body is able to take that because it's a real food and you can assimilate what your body needs to grab out of it. Even if it's sprayed. Those things aren't ideal and, bleached because, a lot of conventional produce is gassed or whatever. Even in that state of being tampered with, quote unquote, it's still better for you than a highly processed, stripped and denuded, and then we're going to throw some vitamins back in there, practically cardboard item in a box.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm not talking about the box as cardboard. I mean, the food in it is cardboard.
Feed.
It's feed.
It's
feed.
When you read the label on your animal feed, it's grains that they've ground.
Yeah.
And then they add vitamins and minerals back. So your animal doesn't starve to death eating just those grains.
Right.
Because the grains have been denuded and because they're cracked, they've lost all their nutritional value.
Yes.
You gotta get some sort of vitamins and minerals and things back into them to make them worth eating.
Right.
And they do the same to our boxed, highly processed food.
Exactly. So I'm still cool with buying conventional produce. I'll go to we buy peaches. They're not organic. I know they're sprayed at some point because they're pretty beautiful peaches. Now, they've got bugs in them, so I'm okay, this is a good sign. But I still buy conventional peaches from the farm stand because I know these are still better than a fruit roll-up snack,
Yeah.
I don't care how many vitamins or how many fruit they want to say is in that fruit roll-up. It's not actual fruit.
It's a processed product.
It's a processed product. And so I'm still cool with buying conventional produce because it's still so much better than what I could get in a box for my kids.
Yep.
And I mean, if you're going to take away one thing from this podcast, let that be it. Like, if you're battling between if I should buy conventional produce or if I should buy organic Annie's.
I can't. Yeah.
Buy the produce. Please go buy the conventional produce because it's going to be so much better for your body than processed anything, even it's organic, greenwashed, whatever.
Mm-hmm. And eat your animal fats with your vegetables.
Yes, you do have to. That's important too.
Like,
yes.
Go read up at the
Weston A. Price.
That's
right,
like,
that's right.
It explains how the science actually
Throw
works.
some butter on your vegetables, a little salt and pepper. It's going to be delicious, and you'll be getting what you need.
I mean, broccoli with butter and salt and pepper.
Right?
Mm.
And cheese if you want to throw cheese on it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
more animal fat.
Yeah. And garlic.
Asparagus and fresh crushed garlic.
Oh my gosh,
and butter,
it's so good.
And salt.
Or green beans with bacon and potatoes.
See, like
it doesn't have to be crazy.
It doesn't have, and vegetables don't have to suck.
They don't have to suck.
Like you can make your vegetables into an experience.
You really can.
Like you can write home to mama about how
Some
good these
people are
green
like,
beans
I
were.
don't like vegetables. Well, if they're only steamed with no salt or butter, I'm sorry, you've had bad experiences with vegetables. You need to go dating vegetables again.
Dating vegetables.
Yes. You had a bad date. Go on a different date.
With butter. Bring lots of butter. Okay, so still caring, but doing the best we can with food.
Yeah.
So I think we just kind of segued that direction anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really do have to, back to picking your battles, caring for your diet, like paying attention to what you're putting in your body, but just do the best you can with your food.
Yeah.
Organic's awesome, but man, you will go broke. If you can only buy your organic vegetables from the grocery store, you will go broke.
You will, yeah.
Like we have this like running joke. If there's something we didn't grow that we need, like say we need some cabbage, we need some lettuce, we need carrots, just stuff that honestly we could grow. Too lazy to or too busy to. Like we've had
squash bugs.
Squash bugs. We've had 2 years now that we haven't really done a garden. Last year we had a baby. This year we're building a house. This year our garden is weeds. Like we're not growing a garden.
We're growing great weeds.
Great.
They're fantastic
awesome.
weeds.
There's some fescue in one bed.
Yeah.
I saw some Bermuda grasses taking over the onion bed.
Yeah.
Like, wow, we are off in the weeds.
We really are.
Literally
in the weeds. What were you talking about?
Still caring, but doing the best we can with our food.
Well, okay, so like still caring. I'm very concerned about buying GMOs. So like conventional produce.
Okay.
We were talking about conventional
we were talking
produce.
about this earlier.
So that would be a thing, and this is kind of like pick your battles and things like that. So I try to avoid the items of produce that I know are GMOs. I buy theirs organic because it can't be GMO if it's organic. But then other produce I will buy conventionally if, budget or need or whatever arises. Peaches, So that's an area where I still care, but I do the best I can.
Yeah.
And then, wash it and find a way to cook it.
I can kind of segue everything we've talked about. I feel like we've kind of backstoried what I'm going to say next. So animal feed, grain is very, very expensive, especially for organic.
Yes.
We had to make a hard decision this year, and we had to get away from an organic label
right.
For our pig feed. We couldn't do it anymore because, for one, we're building a house, and it's like...
We got to pay for one or the other.
Yeah, we got to pay for one or the other, and animal feed was starting to, everything's going up.
It is, right.
Everything's going up. And with that, feed is going up. And so when it's getting to the point where every month we're looking at the budget, and it's like we're spending more on animal feed than we are people food.
Right.
So, something's got to give.
Yeah, and we do eat the animals eventually, so we get it back, but
we're
still.
Just...
switching.
What's the word? Not outsourcing. We're delaying our grocery bill.
Yes.
We're buying premium meat later.
Right.
We're feeding out animals and getting the meat later.
Right.
When we process, we keep track of how much meat we got at the end, and then we sit down with a calculator and a spreadsheet, and here's how much price per pound. This is what we paid for raising our own animal.
And it's still cheaper.
It's still cheaper.
But
to buy this equivalent product, it would be 3 to 4 times more than what we just raised it for.
Right.
But we can do a little bit better.
Yeah.
Well, our feed dealer was also having the same struggle. They're like, we can't afford organic because it's just ridiculous. And they found somebody, they're out of Virginia.
Yeah.
This farm, this feed mill situation, they're not organic, but they test everything.
Yes.
And they have lab results on all of the feed that they're buying to show that it doesn't have glyphosate in it.
Right. And lots of other things.
And lots of other things. Make sure it doesn't have any mycotoxins, which is mold.
Right. It is.
You don't want to feed moldy feed to your animals. Because they didn't want to go through the work of getting an organic label, because, if you do your research, it's becoming kind of a kitschy
hipster kind of thing.
Yeah, we're certified organic. No, you paid money and got an inspection just like anybody else.
Exactly.
It's organic, trademarked.
Right.
By getting the testing done independently themselves and being able to send the data sheet with your feed order and prove there's no glyphosate in this feed, that actually means a little bit more.
Yeah. Actually
because,
it does.
There's some organic feed, you can't get that information.
Right.
Like,
and we have dealt with organic feed brands that have had mycotoxins.
Yes.
And things like that. So, yeah, that's been really nice because it's like half the price.
Yeah.
Because they're not having to pay for that stamp.
Yes.
Because I'm sure a lot of people know by now, but in case you don't, you have to pay for that stamp every year.
Yes.
And you have to get testing every year for the guy to come out from the USDA and be like, okay, everything's great.
Yep.
Now give me my $3,000 or whatever it is.
And so that expense has to be passed on to the next guy. And with that, the price goes up. And, organic is kind of a luxury item.
It is, yeah.
Which is sad. The labeling. Do we have to call one organic and one conventional? How about we call one poisoned and one not poisoned?
Yeah, right. But
I want not poisoned food.
That's not a good selling point.
It doesn't sell very good. Well, what? Look at all the produce in the grocery store that says poisoned. Yeah. I'm not buying that. Right. Like, it would instantaneous overnight. Nobody would buy it.
Totally, and that's why they don't do it.
They don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we switched to a not certified organic, but very tested.
Yeah.
It might as well be certified organic because it's the same.
Exactly.
And I've found that everything has done better on this feed.
It's done very well.
And it's still soy-free feed.
Right.
Because we don't feed soy because we don't need that kind of estrogen up in this household.
Right, right.
It's not even real estrogen. It's estrogen mimickers and phytoestrogen.
Yeah.
And people miss why we don't partake of soy.
Well, it's hard to explain.
I feel like we could do a whole episode on that.
Maybe.
At least a 30-minute episode.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess all this to say, have a little grace with your diet.
Yeah.
And realize that other people are just doing the best they can, just like you.
Totally.
And if you're in a position to where, yes, you can afford to feed yourself the cleanest of the clean food, remember that other people might not be in that same position.
Yeah.
And cut some slack.
I could say on the flip side, we have had some people who have come to our house and have been weirded out eating our meat because we raised it and butchered it ourselves.
Yep. They couldn't care less how clean it is.
Right.
That's a non-issue. It's, ooh, you raised this and butchered it?
This is weird.
It needs to come from the grocery store where it's clean. They have standards.
That's right. And it has hurt my feelings.
Yes.
So, yeah, look at it from somebody else's perspective.
Yep.
Just like you said, have a lot of grace and don't put it up on a pedestal.
Yep.
Don't make it an idol. Like you said, know that everybody else is doing the best they can too.
Yep.
Yeah. It's good.
All right. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys learned something. I hope this episode made you think a little bit. It's a subject that is near and dear to our hearts.
Yes.
We live it every day.
We do. We do. I mean, you can't go very long without food.
3 times a day, you need a farmer.
That's right.
We're going to continue this talk on the after show. If you are so inclined, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/ampliflame. We're going to continue this. We have a couple more items on the list that we're going to talk about, behind a paywall. Stay tuned if you're
over there.
already subscribed over there.
Yep.
That's going to do it for this episode, so we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.